Hi, Bob LoGrasso here from OddsJam. I'm here to talk to you about betting hockey, Hockey Betting 101. Hockey is a great sport, and a lot of people don't understand all the intricacies of the sport. But I'm here to tell you what the basic betting principles are of betting this sport. There are basically three of them, and we're going to go through them here in just a minute. Hope you enjoy the ride down the ice. Nothing like being on a Zamboni. Hockey Betting 101. So let's talk about the money line in hockey. The money line is basically you're deciding who's going to win and who's going to lose the game. All right? That's basically what you're boiled down to. So let me share my screen and let's go through this just a little bit, okay? So let's take a look at a few games here, okay? And these are all money line plays, okay? This is on the OddsJam hockey page on odds. The Avalanche and the Bruins. The Avalanche are at the Bruins. They are the favorite, thus the minus number, right? And the Bruins, who are the dog, the plus number, okay? Basically, you bet $100 here, you win 155. You bet 170 here to win 100. Okay? Pretty basic stuff. In hockey, you can catch that plus number on the money line and win some really good money. Okay? The Bruins are at home. You know, is that a possibility? Let's take a look here. The Flyers and the Hurricanes, okay? Flyers are also at home, plus 190. Does Claude Giroux have a big day? What is his history against the Hurricanes? What goaltender is playing? You can find that kind of stuff out before you ever bet the game. You've got Calgary and Winnipeg. Same thing. Winnipeg's at Calgary, plus 195. Now, here's one here that you're not probably going to catch. And if you do, it's very lucky. It's a plus 310 for Montreal. That's probably not going to happen, folks. But, you know, Montreal's the worst team in the league. Toronto is definitely a much, much better team. But you will have a really good chance here with Vancouver and Seattle. With Seattle, a possibility of picking up that plus 146. Wouldn't that be great to bet $100 and win 146? Then whether the rest of your bets went well or not, you could wind up being on the plus side for the day with just that one bet. That, folks, is how it works in the money line betting in hockey. That's what it takes. You got to do a little research, and if you do, you could come up with some real positive numbers. Now let's talk about the puck line. The puck line in hockey pre-game, before the games ever start, because it changes when the game is going on as far as a live bet. The puck line is usually either minus 1.5 or plus 1.5. Minus 1.5 for the favorite, plus 1.5 for the dog. All right? These can be really, really tricky. But you can catch some really good numbers with the puck line. Now, what this means is minus 1.5, you have to win by 2 goals or more. Okay? Because the other team's getting 1.5 goals. So when it's 0-0, it's 1.5 to nothing. Okay? If you win 1-0, and you had minus 1.5, well, you lost by 0.5 goal. You'd have to win 2-0. But conversely, if you were the dog and the score was 0-0 and you're plus 1.5, you're going to win. You're winning 1.5 to 0. And if you're down 2-1, you are now winning 2.5 to 2. So that half makes a big difference. Okay, so let's go look at some examples of the puck line and how it works, and how maybe you can catch a number that is really, really positive for you. Okay, so let's take a look at this game here with the Stars and Winnipeg one more time. And let's find this puck line right here. So let's take a look. This is usually the number that's going to come out with either, no matter what the book is, it's going to be minus 1.5, plus 1.5. Dallas is the favorite. They're the favorite on the money line. Now, check this out. Look at where you can get value. You could take Dallas at minus 1.5 if you really believe that they can win by 2 or more goals, and look at the numbers that you can get. Plus 165, plus 160, plus 164. That's just in Illinois. Let's look at it in a state like New Jersey, which has tons of books. Same puck line, you can find a plus 175. This is very good value. Let's say you got a goaltender that's on a hot streak. Stick with that goaltender that's on a hot streak, and it will come to fruition for you that you're going to make money. So basically what this means is you bet 100, you win 175. Or if you bet 10, you win 1750. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or if you bet 1,000, you win $1,750. Depends on how you're betting this. It can be very, very, very valuable. What can really screw up the puck line is empty net goals. Here you are, you've got you're covered, it's there, and then somebody gets an empty net goal. Okay, let's say that you're taking plus 1.5. Okay, you're on the other end. You're on the dog. You know, in hockey they pull the goaltender when they're behind. Okay, the score is 3-2. You're losing, but you're actually winning. Okay, there's 2 minutes left in the game. You got plus 1.5. The other team's winning 3-2. You're winning 3.5-3. Oh, an empty net goal hits. Now the score is 4-2. Guess what? Your plus 1.5 is no longer a winner. Empty net goals can kill you in hockey. You got to be careful with betting the puck line and empty net goals. Watch what you're doing. Pay attention to what's happening. Not very often you're going to get that plus 175. If you can catch a plus 130, plus 140, that's what I'd be looking at. So with that being said, we will we'll end this session, and we've got one more thing, and that is total goals. That's next. I'll be back. All right. Last but not least is total goals. Total goals is usually in hockey 5.5, 6, 6.5, and you either pick over or under. Okay? Very rarely do you see a 5. Very rarely do you see a 7. You will see them occasionally, but not very often. Okay? I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to talk a little bit about total goals. Okay. As I share this, let's get to Odds Jam. And in the same game that we were at, Dallas and Winnipeg, the over-under is 5.5 on this game. Okay? Now, once again, live, this is going to change. All right? Big time. Just like in any sport. The under's got a lot of value. You get plus 100, and that's really good value. You bet 100, you win 100. The over minus 109, that's also good value too. So the question is, how do you bet this? Well, first off, you got to find out whether these two teams are high scoring teams or not. Okay. Is anybody on a streak? Are they in a slump? What's the goaltending matchup? Who is in goal that's hot? Who's in goal that's cold? You know, you got to take all of that into consideration when deciding whether the over or under is what you're going to go after, okay? And then finally, empty net goals. Oh, yes, they come into play in the totals too. All right. So the game is 5. Well, hold on. The over-under is 5.5. So the game is 3-2. Okay. You're winning. The other team has pulled their goaltender. The losing team has pulled their goaltender once again with 2 minutes left in the game. Nobody in the goal. Empty net, right? If an empty net goal scores, your under that you picked, if you picked the under, loses. If the empty net goal, if they don't score one, well, then your under wins. But and conversely, if you pick the over, if an empty net goal hits, you win. But if it misses, you lose. I don't know how many times I've watched and an empty net goal has won me, and missing the goal by this much when they shot it down the ice cost me. It can cost you big time. So that's it. That's going to wrap up Hockey Betting 101. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to be as detailed as I could, and pretty simplistic is the way I was trying to come off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll do some more stuff later on in regards to betting the sport. Have a great day. Peace.